Hello. Yeah, good evening. This is Frank. I know very much people around the world have attached themselves to this academic kind of system. But my brothers and sisters, I want to tell you something. It is true that you like the best for your child. It is true that you want the best for your children. It is true that you want the best for your relatives. But have you ever thought of the effects of those places you are sending them to? You have not. I have actually gone and I've understand that there is a very big difference between day school and boarding school. You send your child to the school and he comes back every day and you monitors his or her behavior. You monitors the way he moves, you monitors what he does, you monitors if there is any peer influence. Then the effects of sending children to boarding school is very numerous. This is COVID-19 era. I am saying so that you can take a kind of rating, so that you can take a kind of rating to know if you are sending your children to school as expected or you are actually contributing to their downfall. Yes, most people with their own mentality think that boarding school in Nigeria or in other African countries are more important. It's the best for the children. No, that intuition, that thinking, that behavior, the way you think, that is wrong. The negative effects on those children are very numerous, but few to be mentioned. One, in terms of cultish practices, cultism in boarding school has widened. It has gotten to the extent that it is choking. Most parents send their children because they think those children are a burden to them. No, try to enjoy your children. Children are very important. They keep you lively. Cultism in school has grown to the extent that even the children in primary school, puppies in primary school, are practicing cultism. You send your child to the school, he stays there first term, which equivalent to 3 to 4 months without you going to see or without he or she coming back. If that child joins cultism, it will be very hard for you to notice. It will go deep into the system before he or she comes back home. And for the little time he or she will come back to spend this winter break or summer break or normal holiday or Christmas or other holidays. Those are times of jubilation. You will not take your time to notice what is going on. But if it is day school, he goes and comes back. If there's any changes in terms of cultism, you will notice it immediately. That is one. Then two, other peers influences like intake of drug, abuse of illicit drugs. Once a child engages in illicit drugs in boarding school, it takes by the grace of God for the parents to notice. Most of the guidance in the school don't care. All they do is to make sure that he or she is taught, he or she is taken care of, he or she has been taken care of. In terms of academics, but behavioral aspect, no. Moral, no. You send he or she to that school. He goes there, a friend brings illicit drug to the school, or a friend brings illicit drugs to, let's say, the hostel where he or she stays. They enjoy it together. He keeps doing that. He takes that. When is he coming back? You don't know. He's coming back in 3 to 4 months' time. And when he comes back, you will not notice. Yes, you will not, because he or she will keep hiding it from you. And he will be praying to go back to school so that he can continue his kind of life. Parents, take note of this. I am talking to you directly and I'm saying that the time for action is now. Strict measures must be applied. Monitoring must be applied. Students in the boarding school don't have that parental care, parental guidance, moral guidance, which leads to moral decadence. And for these reasons, I expect parents to take note. That is two. Then the third one is influence, peer influence in terms of stealing, other social deviances that may affect the child, leading him to be a tout in the street. You may pretend, like most of the time when I was in school, when I was in the college, University of Port Harcourt, I know most of the students who claim to have gone to the best school, although boarding school, but could not spell or could not attain that academic excellence as expected. Why? Because most of them were not actually taken care of. They were actually sent there, and the parents are busy looking for one or two things to do in the street. While the children is there whiling his away, and you are proud that you sent him or she to school. How sure are you that the teachers and the guidance there are taking care of those children? Do you think that the teachers there don't have their own children to take care of? They do have their own children to take care of. All they owe you is lesson, lesson, lesson. That is the bitter truth. Boarding school has contributed immensely to the growth and development of touts in our society. We need, as a matter of urgency, this is 21st century and this is COVID-19 era. As parents, what should we do to make sure that we notice every goddamn change that occurs in our children? You send your daughter to school, he or she practices prostitution, but you do not know. Yes, because in most porous boarding school, some children goes out, practice what he or she will feel like practicing, comes back, bribing the gateman and the rest of them. I have seen it is happening. It happens daily. I know you may be thinking that I am just trying to make a live video so that I can impress my viewers. No. It is a fact, and I'm pointing it now, out, now, in and out. Everybody, all hands must be on deck if our children must be taken care of. If all the needed assistance must be given to them. God gave you those children to take care of them. It is true that you may be working in a company and you are restricted from bringing your child up or talking about anything, and you take your children down to school. Take he or she to a better school. Be sure of the school you are taking he or she to. Peer influences children even when you are there, let alone when you are not there. Parents, this is for you, and thank you very much.